Hi, this is Jennifer McCumber, president of HowToStrip.com and author of Champagne Every Night. Many of my stripping stories on how women today are approaching pole dancing as a career will shock you, including my own. From women who've worked on Wall Street to women paying their way through college, you will learn why pole dancing has saved so many women's lives, their careers, their homes, and even their children from the alternative of losing their homes and losing their jobs in this economy. The underworld of exotic dancing has emerged from a maze of mystery and misconception into the mainstream, with media coverage from respected sources such as CNBC, OWN, Fox News, and more. The first time the opportunity to try exotic dancing was presented to me after I graduated from college at age 25, I swore that I would never, ever do such a thing. I thought it was wrong, dirty, unhealthy, and unsafe. It was, perhaps surprisingly, my fiancé at the time who suggested it to me after he had consulted with one of our dancer friends about the cleanliness and high standards of our local business club. He knew I was on the 30-year mortgage plan with my student loans and credit card debt, and he wanted to empower me. But the point here is, like so many closed-minded individuals today, I had never been to a club, and I automatically assumed that it was nothing but pimping, whoring, and drug use. I was abhorred at the suggestion, and I shot it down very, very quickly. Reluctantly, we went to our local club and we started talking to one of the bouncers. Now, the bouncer thought we were really cool, so he went and got the head manager. The manager could see that we were pretty serious about investigating, and we were professional. And finally, he asked me, "What can I do to get you on my stage?" I was flabbergasted. I thought that prospective dancers asked him that question. Come to find out, they do. But I stood out somehow. So we hit it off, but I was still reluctant as I didn't know what really went on in these places. So we went to a VIP room to discuss the ins and outs of the business. I was very intimidated, actually. All I saw when I walked in were these gorgeous, tall women with beautiful bodies. I couldn't believe what I was doing. Then I noticed that no one was doing anything legally and morally wrong. They were expressing themselves as nudists, and the dancers were the furthest from prostitutes. They were simply talking, dancing, and entertaining like they would if they were hanging out anywhere else with their clothes on. I'll always remember what my manager said. You have great eye contact and you're confident. That will pay you more than anything else. Sounds like any other business to me. But I did notice one thing in particular. None of the dancers looked like they had a plan or a definite strategy. They were just walking out there and winging it. Now, coming from the strict and educated background that I have, I thought that was simply ludicrous. These beautiful women were making hundreds of dollars per night, and there was no system of attack. From then on, I was resolutely determined to approach this industry like a true businesswoman, realizing that I would not have to compromise my moral standards, and that this club of mine was completely opposite of the social stigmas. However, I had no idea that I would eventually come to revolutionize the way that dancing is done to make it even better and to help improve the way customers are treated at their clubs. Now, after getting my master's degree in 2007, which was about 3 months before I started dancing, I became the director of marketing and public relations for a nonprofit organization in Mississippi. My boss gave me a laptop and a BlackBerry and an office and said, "Go and do what you do." I was making good money, and I also became a part-time college professor teaching voice lessons and music appreciation class. So I had a lot going on, and I was pursuing a career the traditional way, the only way that I knew how. Now, after I became an exotic dancer, another dancer named Sally immediately befriended me. She tucked me under her wing and took me shopping, helped me choose shoes and outfits, and she worked my first shift with me. With Sally in mind, I have created a step-by-step personal guide to exotic dancing called Freedom 5. Because you'll most likely not have someone in your life to help you like I did with a friend in the business who is responsible and career-oriented. Using my Freedom 5 training and video series, however, you will be able to easily get started with the information that I've given you. On my first night, Sally and I made a quick trip to Walmart for makeup and then headed right for the dressing room at the club. The day before, I had gotten a mystic tan so that I could be as dark as possible. I got dressed in a neon green belly dancer skirt with a neon green bikini top that Sally let me borrow. So the DJ finally called me up to the stage, and I have to be honest, I wasn't scared at all. In my mind, I had already fought with the nervousness for days and then won this battle over and over. So I approached the situation as if I was already a veteran dancer, and it really worked. What helped me beforehand is that I had borrowed my roommate's Carmen Electra striptease videos and learned some moves to try and become as confident as possible. I sat and watched other dancers for about a half hour before I went on stage and used that time to develop a mental game plan for myself, because this is performing after all. Of course, leading up to this moment, I was as nervous as hell. A few days before my audition, I started to get big butterflies. Days before. So I know the feeling, and if I could do it, you can do it too. Now, by the time my second song came on, I went topless for the first time ever. Yep, that's right. I had never even flashed anyone before for any reason. And now I was getting paid to do it the smart way. After I came off stage, Sally showed me how to give a lap dance, how to converse with customers, and how to get them up to VIP. She gave me some helpful one-liners that can help beginning dancers work wonders with clients. For example, I learned that after you sit with a client for about 5 minutes and wow them with your excitement and personality, you then say to him in a seductive tone, "I would love to give you the most erotic time on this next song." My stripping stories, like so many other wonderful women today, involved using the profession of pole dancing to become independent, pay off debt, and start a business of my own. Exotic dancing is a mainstream, legal, respectable business that is backed by our First Amendment right, which enables us as free citizens to express ourselves. If we are professionals and serving the needs of our customers just like any other business and without the funny business, it is simply unconstitutional for any other person or organized group to try and take away our freedoms of expression on our own private or business property. Don't let anyone take away your choices and your freedoms. Join the exotic dancing community today and make your way to freedom tonight. I would love to hear your feedback, so comment on the blog at howtostrip.com and definitely like our Facebook page called Freedom 5 for Exotic Dancers. This is Jennifer here with howtostrip.com, wishing you the best of success.